Welcome everyone for the third round of Uzbekistan Chess Cup Master 2025. We have today two great players. We have Nepo against Arjun Erigaisi, Clash of Titans. We start with e4 played by Nepo. Arjun responds by e5. Knight f3 by Nepo, and knight c6 by Arjun. Bishop b5, and we have Spanish game. e6 and bishop a4, knight f6, castled by Nepo, knight takes pawn e4, and we have d4 by Nepo, b5 by Arjun, kicking the bishop. Then he will play d5, I think. Yes, d5 played. D takes e5, bishop e6 by Arjun, c3, bishop c5, bishop c2 by Nepo, castled by Arjun, knight b d2, and now we have knight takes pawn on f2, and rook takes knight, f6 by Arjun. He want to open the f file to make pressure on the f2, and we have now knight to f1. He have to take the rook. If he not take, then bishop will come to e3. So Nepo took with the king, and we have pawn takes pawn. Now Arjun change two pieces instead of rook and 2 pawns, and this is still equal position. King came back to g1, and we have queen d6 by Arjun, bishop e3, rook a d8, supporting his center, queen e1, bishop f5 by Arjun. Want to exchange the bishop. Bishop takes bishop. Rook takes bishop. And the position still equal. Rook d1. h6. Controlling the g5 square. And we have now bishop came to f2. He want to make this square for his knight. Double attack for the rook and to the d5. We have now e4 by Arjun. So knight came to d4. Knight takes knight. And of course Nepo will take with the pawn, making control for the c5 square. If he took with the rook, then c5 will be dangerous. Now double rook by Arjun on the f file, and we have rook d2 by Nepo. So queen to b4, and the tactic now, rook takes bishop, and if you take with the rook you will lose your queen. We have a3 by Nepo. And the queen came to b3. h3. Rook came back to f7. And we have drawn position. So knight came to g3. Rook f6. And king came to h2. We have now a5. Knight h5, attacking the rook, and rook came to f5, and knight came back to g3. Rook came back to f6. Nepo repeated his move, knight h5. And Arjun also repeated his move, rook f5. Again knight g3. Arjun came back to f6, and the position has been repeated 3 times and the game ends in draw. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget like, share and subscribe. See you next video. Goodbye.